Good evening. You're listening live to the Extreme Movie Show Watch-Along Party. I'm your host, Rob, from the Extreme Movie Show. My guest tonight is the real Dr. V. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Doing all right. I'm stuck in a haze, I guess.
Is it purple?
Well, I can't tell what colors it is.
Are you colorblind?
I might be.
Are you snowblind?
Might be that too.
So tonight we're going to be taking a look at Kung Fury, a 30-minute movie, music video slash internet sensation movie that I had never seen before till a few days ago. So we're going to take a look at it and watch along with it. We're going to have a couple people pop in. We got the link set up in the comments. We got it set up here in the stream. And we're going to just have a little fun with it. It's definitely extreme. It's definitely something that is for a very special occasion. And do you know what that special occasion is, Doctor?
Well, I thought it was because we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary.
Good guess. I didn't think you'd even remember. Yeah, we launched a year ago this weekend with the goal of...
on the 28th.
Exactly. That was our first stream. So this is pretty much the official first one since then. So we wanted to just pick out something short, a little bit of fun, nothing too analytical, but just enjoy it. And this definitely fits the bill. So I'll start off by saying Kung Fury, when I saw it, it reminded me of a game that came out a couple years ago called Generation Zero that takes place in Sweden. And it's got like it's set in the 80s. It's got an 80s theme to it. And of course, Stranger Things is really big. And part of the Extreme Movie Show is I always like to joke about the 80s being the best decade. And I like to pick on you being a millennial and saying, oh, if you lived in the 80s, it was like this, and compare the rubbish that's out there today mostly to what came on in the 80s. And it's just a fun thing that we like to kind of pick on each other about here. But this movie's got every single 80s little trope in there. The only thing it really doesn't have is boobies. Other than that, it's got the violence, it's got the gore, it's got Nazis, it's got Thor, it's got just about everything. Yeah, it's
got raptors, man. It's got Kung Fury.
Kung Fury, yeah, yeah. All right, we'll get started here in just a minute. Once some people start piling in, it's a 31-minute 2-second play time from the link that I've got. Yeah, after this, we'll be doing the top 10 movies of 2007 with Eglantine from I Love Comics, Old Man Comics, Homegrown Tourist. We'll see what he has to say about his list there, too. So I'm prepared for that. I know you are as well. Some of our fans are going to be as well. That'll be pretty interesting to do. Once we close out that decade, we're probably going to go into 2011s, in that decade, and maybe drop back to the 70s after that, since we've hit everything since then. All right, are we set? You good?
I'm set.
All right, let's do it. So you tell me when you're ready to press play.
I've been waiting since, what, Sunday?
I've been waiting for a Kung Fury like you. That's an old song, but anyway. All right, Kung Fury live playing in 3, 2, 1, play. Back when Miami was cool.
Right? I just love the graphics and how it looks like so 3D.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting reading about the guy Snowden who made it, because this is all 3D graphics. And once they started getting a lot of money at Kickstarter, a lot of people helped out.
Oh, yeah. All right. There's your Don. Don Johnson.
Ed, we just started. I'll give you a timestamp here in a minute. We're at 45-second mark. I'll give you another one shortly. Yes, gold chains were around in the 80s. Ed, we are going to be at 110 right about now.
And I just love the whole arcade machine. I'm out of quarters.
Those games were tough back then, most of them. I like how he's refueling with the quarters.
It just shoots the guy's head off.
Now, the sexy sex is one of my favorite scenes here with this babe. Watch how she sticks her butt out.
Right.
Yes, that's my bicep.
Like him on he's on Time magazine. I don't notice it before. People.
Oh, that's right in the back. That's true.
I didn't see that last time. He just destroys the phone.
We'll be at the 2-minute mark right about now. He's just hopping in the car. And the puppies, it's like, oh, you can't do that. He's flicking off the puppies.
I know, right? Man. And the puppy's safe. I just love this. You're on the buffering. Someone's been watching this too much. I used to have that, and some of my tapes, I used to have this problem too. The auto tracking, if you're lucky, if you got the nice Panasonic,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
the Toshiba, it'd do it for you. Otherwise, you had to do it yourself manually on the remote. You know. It seems like all. That's what it reminds you of.
Even though he's Asian.
Tell you his dead straight off.
I can't tell whether that word is there.
Which word?
We are now at the 4-minute mark.
I love it. I was struck by lightning and bitten by a cobra. Just like the whole, I mean, just the graphics, how it takes out the colors, pop.
Yeah, muted background, except for the central figures. And you can tell the depth in it, too.
I mean, it's all probably green screen.
Yes, it is. It is all green screen.
Yeah.
Knuckles.
not Knuckles. I know what you conveniently. I love that. Van Damme splits. He's doing the Rambo. It became the best cop world.
In the 80s, I'm telling you, this whole idea of be your best was no joke. People were really that optimistic and talked like that.
I know. Yeah, this movie has more 80s than the 80s ever had. Right, Ed? Triceratops. It's Triceratops. Yeah. Like right there, the whole beach scene, the sun, the sunset.
Yeah. Yeah, these boom boxes used to have these big D batteries that you'd have to buy from the store all the damn time. Oh, it was insane. You have to turn your bass off.
I'm just so glad they
just soak them, huh?
I'm just glad in this movie he doesn't come out naked, like naked Hitler. Give me your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. I love the line.
Yeah, this lead actor is the guy that did it, Ed. Sandberg, I think is his name.
Yeah. He's the guy.
That.
Did the Kickstarter, everything. Even the poster on the wall, the guy with the sunglasses, it's classic in every single like cop thing. Informants, wanted. Alone. They don't explain why Triceracop is. He's just a new guy. It's a dinosaur cop. It's so random.
We joke about Philip Michael Thomas, Ricardo Tubbs being a great partner. And also Adrian's Med with TJ Hooker. That's so stupid.
I know.
Have this shit up through the phone.
Malfunctioning. It says.
That looks like digital hair though, with that mullet.
It's like Ingleton, man. What the? That's what it reminds me of. Because he had the mullet, but with that one photo, he's sitting on the pier, standing there. There was Adolf Hitler. I love the digital. Do you know him, sir?
Pure.
I know, right?
I like how she's really good here, but then the serum doesn't last long enough, and she just rapidly decomposes.
I know, right?
Splat.
Oh.
It's unstable. Details.
The glove, there you go.
There's that synthwave thing you see a lot of people like to use in their music.
Yep. Is he on a word processor?
What's that?
Was he standing on a word processor?
Yeah, but he's got several devices. That looked like that's an old Apple, but I can't quite see the label. It's just colorful, and Apple used to have the logo that with these colorful stripes equals MC3 instead of squared.
Well, I know. I'm talking about the one he's standing on.
No, I think that's
looks like an old brother's.
You used to have to attach them to a TV for your monitor with cables, ribbon cables.
Oh.
He's got the dot matrix printer there. It brings back memories.
I want a par glove, man. How much it probably costs? Taking too much time. Error. was my favorite scene.
Well, yeah, because the whole Dark City stuff is a big contrast to what we get here, which is kind of cool.
Like I said, is the way they shoot this, you know, that's you're probably using a drone, but I can't tell. Like that looks real. The other part, you know, kind of looked like it was kind of edited CG.
Yeah.
Or whatever filter they're using. There it goes. It's a laser raptor. Nice. I love that. It's just like in those video games you play. There's a hot babe, and like she's supposed to be from back in time, but then she has a random like Gatling gun. Barbariana.
The music's pretty good.
You know, right? It's a Vikings. That explains the raptor. Laser raptors. I'm a T-Rex. This is like the worst acting I've ever seen.
Oh, I've seen worse. I've seen much worse.
The fact that they're not being serious, so which is
Well, that's how it is in the 80s. You meet somebody, and then 2 seconds go by, and then you feel like you've known them a lifetime.
Comes Thor. Check out my guns, my muscles, bro.
He's ripped.
All right. Your picture epic. Thanks, bro. Scott Steiner. A little bit.
He's a little.
Stop. Hammer time.
That's horrible.
Since when did Thor? I mean, this is like far-fetched too, because Thor never had time travel powers. It was Odin. Odin was the All-Father.
He's a son of him, so who knows?
He just controls the lightning. Hey, Future Cop, where are you going? Here's my number. It starts with a 5-5.
That's what they would put on TV, so people wouldn't dial, or if they did, they did nothing.
I love this. Is this actually a real phone? Do you remember this at all?
I don't remember this specific device. That doesn't look real, but it's maybe. I mean, I remember the huge brick cell phones. Absolutely.
Yeah. There he goes. It's a goose, my dog, hooker. A hooker dog. You go look at Harry has some glue stuck on your lip.
I knew a young one from Sweden back in the day, and she could speak like 10 languages. These actors, I think, are supposed to be Swedish, but so obviously portraying Germans.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good that they're able to talk like this. And yeah, you had to question masculinity in the '80s just to see if the guy you're talking to is on the up and up, because if he isn't, he folds like this guy. You're gonna get a tank smashed on you. Thank you.
Thank you. This is so weird.
Hitler's feeling it.
I know. I love that. You watch closely, you can see them repeating the same thing over and over again. They always did with all the Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Digital CG.
Yep.
Oh! I'm just charming you. He uses that as a helicopter. I love that. Get the glasses on.
This is no karate champ right here in all these side scroller games, and the guy's really fluid too.
It's like Streets of Rage too, kind of.
Ball shots.
I know. There's so many ball shots in this scene. This is CG because I don't think this guy can rid of the splits in real life. Or maybe he can, I don't know. But another ball shot.
Just kicked his head off.
Another ball shot right there. Oh.
Running into his fist.
Yep. What I don't understand is like
Nazis don't serve. That's what you used to say back in the day. Like Charlie.
Like I never understood this. Like they have more people like just rush them all at once. Like you got all the Nazis in the background just doing the CG. It's like
I don't know either.
It's just so weird. It's because it's typical in most movies. Like get him, and then they all
style. Yeah, one at a time.
Oh,
his spine is holding you back.
See how his body's formed a thing. The Nazi symbol. His little minigun. Yeah, fuck you, come through.
People used to love wearing jeans with holes in them, but then they would actually start selling really expensive jeans with holes in them, and you could like tell the difference. And if you bought the expensive jeans with holes in it, you were a poser. That's what we would call you.
Yep. Well, people would just cut them. Like my jeans, whenever I got a hole in them, because not because I was working, just wear and tear.
Yeah, Thor obviously went on a cut here because he's very vascular, as we would say, with all the veins popping.
So that Asgard snow he's huffing.
The Valkyrie babes.
I know, right?
That's from heavy metal, which we've talked about. I'm trying to see if when all these Nazis explode, if it's the same explosion, you know?
Yeah.
And he
Triceratops.
keeps shooting all of them in the balls.
I know, right?
Every single one. And he doesn't run out of ammo, I don't think, either.
Oh no. I'm surprised that T-Rex doesn't like kill them all. Don't guy catch last gun balls.
This is really cool, though. This
Oh.
bird. It's a nice little twist.
Now he's out of bullets. It goes a cartoon.
Pretty very post.
Right. It's actually a pretty cool cartoon how they are able to do this, make it look 80s like this.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody wants to draw like this anymore for cartoons.
Breaking the fourth wall.
You're dead. Breaking the law. I'm watching with the closed captions on. It's funny too with that. Act away all his balloons. Look at it like, quit hit yourself, quit hit yourself. Tense music. Mustache twitch. The Germany. The way he talks reminds me of I'm watching like South Park. The movie South Park, the bigger.
Yeah.
Well, I like balls. What?
All the bodies laying on.
I know. Look at the bird's expression. What?
This is like Flash Gordon. He's dead. Hey, well, Flash. Or is he?
Dad, I love you.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
I'm laughing.
I know the T-Rex.
T-Rex. The arcade sign's upside down from, I think it was right side up before.
Yeah.
Kind of like Back to the Future.
Oh, 9,000. Here goes the batteries. So apparently they're supposed to be making a sequel to this. But
yeah, if they'd gotten to 1 million, that they were supposed to like make it like a full length movie back when they originally did, is what I heard.
yeah.
But yeah, I heard that they're gonna maybe do something else with it. It's got the Nazi logo on. Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, right. All right.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when David Hasselhoff, obviously he's had a great second career here later in his life, but back then with him driving around, I didn't know he was a singer, and I didn't know he was huge in Germany. And when I was in college, someone was like, yeah, he's big over there in Europe. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And it just blew my mind that somebody could be something over here, but something else somewhere else, whether it's an actor or a singer and all that too. And just a small world. And once we got more connected with computers and stuff, you start to realize, oh my God, you could be a nobody in the United States, but be massive. Like Jerry Lewis and the French. People used to say that, oh yeah, the French love him. Like, okay, why? I don't get it. It says more about the French than Jerry Lewis. But it's one of those kinds of things. Yeah, this reminds me, this Kung Fury, the guy basically had a vision, did it on his own, micro budgets, that theme that we've talked about a lot, that when one person's in charge of an idea, and he's true to it, that ultimately you get, I think, the best product out of something, or at least the most enjoyment, because it's unique. You're watching to see, hey, what's going to be next? Or like we talked about the Invisible Man, is it going to be as good as Upgrade? Is it not? Is it going to be different? Is it going to be a sellout now that somebody got a hit and got signed? Who knows? But yeah, I really wish I'd seen this years ago when it came out. I'd heard about it, but I didn't really pay any attention because I wasn't sure about all the YouTube stuff, not being a big YouTube fan, and then you brought it to my attention. So for that, I want to thank you, sir. Yeah, Ed's obviously seen it, and he really likes it as well. But yeah, I can't think of a better way to have spent the 1 year anniversary for the Extreme Movie Show than watching something like that. So a year from now, when we go to celebrate year 2, by then I imagine we'll be over 1,000 subscribers. We'll be probably doing something with live streams. This is going to be a great thing to kind of revisit, I think, a year from now. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Ed's Brewer saying Kung Fury 2, Kung Fury, or maybe that's the title. I don't know. What were you saying?
I was gonna say it's probably gonna do, if they're gonna do a sequel. Maybe by the time we get there next year, they'll have that second one out by now.
Yeah, that's a back-to-back one right there for sure.
Or absolutely. If not, man, like I said, like I love these low budget stuff. Like like this. It's just this movie here is no different than watching Mandy or watching VFW. No.
Yeah, singular vision, singular purpose, and then in this case here, once he reached a certain threshold, it had a certain amount of credibility, I think, to other fellow artists who decided they would help them for free. And that's kind of pretty awesome. And I do appreciate the fact that the technology is today where you can do everything on your own, and you can get help for people to help specialize in areas you may not be great on, like music or post-processing, or like podcasts. Everybody thinks they can just sit there and do a podcast, but it's nice if you have somebody that knows the technology part, the video part, and everything else there too. So it's pretty cool, and you have to sift through a lot, but it is worth it. I think still, and I think that's what we think about with 80s TV shows, is they really knew how to put one together. They knew what the audiences wanted. Fantastic kind of stuff.
Paul Costa, knock,
Hey,
knock. Who's there? Knuckles.
Knuckles. I'm a cop. Wait,
Wait,
I've seen that symbol before.
we finished each other's sentences. Balls. What?
Hey, Paulo, don't forget, we haven't forgotten about the man who shot Liberty Valance. He's really, really interested in being a part of that. He's been not available recently on some of the times that we've been trying to schedule doing it. So I don't want you to think we forgot about you. If worse comes to worse soon, the doctor and I will do it on our own without him. I know you're interested in that. We're probably going to be doing a snack in it pretty soon too, because it's been a little while and it's overdue, but I'm going to save that surprise for later. So guys, well, I'm sorry, Paula, they reminded you. Yeah, I gave a few timestamps in the first 4 or 5 minutes. I hadn't really seen it before except a few days ago, so it's kind of neat if you haven't. I think you'll enjoy it a lot. We're going to be shutting down here in just a moment. We're going to be doing top 10 of 2007 movies coming up. Doctor, did you have anything you wanted to add before we call it a night here?
I guess stay out of trouble, and where Kung Fury is going to come after you.
Nice. Jim, I did not see that with Arnold. I haven't caught up on the latest and greatest news for it, but I'm looking forward to that. It would be great if he was in it. Arnold, the one thing about Arnold that's very likable is that while he worked very hard, he sometimes doesn't take himself too seriously. He doesn't mind poking fun at himself. So I definitely appreciate that about him. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Dude, I hope Arnold's in, and I hope I even get Stallone or any of those guys, just do little spook cameos, man. I mean, they don't even have to be able to play their character, but they can play someone like their character if they wanted to, making fun of it,
Hey, yo, Hitler. Guys, thanks for listening. We're going to end the broadcast now.
Die! You must die now, Hitler! Die! Commando!
I will put you in the balls.
I can imagine he just says, "Get to the chopper."
Michael Dudikoff.
Dude, I wouldn't mind. Dude, I know that Dudikoff in here. Like, awesome. Like this, everybody here. American Ninja reference. I'd love to have that.
We haven't done a Dudikoff film, so yeah. That's the best thing about the Xtreme Movie Show. Like I say, is there's so much that we haven't even touched yet. I mean, that's the beauty of it. We've only been setting up some streams that we think's been neat. So, okay, guys, we'll see you over in a few more minutes with the top 10 2007 streams. Have a good night and stay extreme. Stay extreme.
Stay theory.